The forest is our fortune, but it would have little commodity value if we were not able to spread its products across the world. And neither would the forest itself have much value if we didn't manage it using a long-term ecological strategy. This is why we now ensure that forest regrowth is greater than the harvest. This is also why at Stora Enso we decided a few years ago on a major initiative in environmentally compatible transport systems to optimize outgoing transport flows in the most resource-effective way possible. We revamped the entire transport chain and introduced new efficiency and precision in the goods flow to Europe. We were the first company to put into use a multi-modular transport system of this size, employing the two most environmentally friendly means of transport, sea and rail. We call it Baseport. Six paper mills are now connected to Baseport. Kvarnsveden and Hylte producing newsprint, Griksbo where fine paper is produced, and Skoghall, Fors and Gruvön where different kinds of board are made. Huge quantities are produced day and night all year round, and the pace is high. Customers are all across the world, so the barcode system and the incorporated IT solutions greatly help delivery guarantees and allow us to monitor every single product from cradle to grave. We regard Baseport as something of an extended assembly line for these mills. A specially constructed loader box was designed, adapted to the new cargo profile norm decreed by Banverket, Sweden's rail track authority, and for North Sea traffic. We call the loader the Stora Enso Cargo Unit, or SEKU. The boxes are loaded at the mills and transported by rail to the port of Göteborg. Thanks to SEKU's size and construction, we've been able to increase load capacity radically, and we can now load 4 tons per linear meter, compared to 2 tons previously. To streamline even further, some mills have an automated loading system developed to eliminate forklift truck traffic in and out of the box. This in turn reduces the risk of transport damage, at the same time as the working environment improves, as the abrasive effect of forklift truck traffic decreases.
Taxi!
With more cargo per linear meter, train sets can be made heavier without being extended. Length is another limitation in transports of this dimension. Today, a single train driver and one train can carry as much as 3 drivers, and 2.5 trains did only about a year ago. System trains on 3 lines link the paper mills with the port of Göteborg. The job of running the trains has gone to the Green Cargo Group. To harmonize with this project, the port of Göteborg has adapted a new terminal area for loading and offloading SEKU boxes from trains and the new shipping line. There have even been investments in new and improved harbour vehicles. 3 new cobble freight line boats make the run between Göteborg and Zeebrügge, with 6 departures a week. When the boats were being built, environmental considerations were extremely important. For example, carbon dioxide emissions have been reduced by all of 800 tons a year, simply by using power from the terrestrial grid while the boats are moored for loading and offloading. In addition, the ships are equipped with catalytic converters, reducing emissions of nitric oxide by a huge 90%. The fuel used is low sulfur oil, reducing emissions by up to 75% compared to the most common fuel, bunker oil. The boats have 3 cargo decks, optimized to fit SEKU boxes and equipped with roll-on, roll-off ramps on 2 levels, which means that we can now offload and load an entire boat in less than 6 hours. In building the boats, the environmental considerations were not the only tough demands. We also wanted the boats to be built for smooth passage through the water, to minimize transport damage and delivery problems, and to allow automated loading and avoid having to tie down the cargo within the SEKU box. To give the boats optimal balance, the keels were specially designed and the engines placed at the very front. Zeebrügge is Stora Enso's base port on the continent. It's a turntable that gives us great flexibility and a better purchasing position when bidding on transport. The Seku boxes are offloaded here, and efficient cross-docking allows the goods to be quickly redirected onto ocean-going freighters for transport to other continents, or onto trucks and trains destined for our local distribution terminals around Europe. There's even a local distribution terminal in Zeebrügge itself, supplying customers in the Benelux region. Part of our environmental strategy involves considerable effort even at the end of the transport chain. More and more transports from our local distribution terminals to end customers use trucks powered by natural gas. Customers across the world are dependent on our delivery security. That's the reason for a multi-modular transport system of this size. Baseport lets us monitor the greater part of the transport chain and minimize transport disruptions. We have created a competitive alternative route to continental Europe. In addition, Baseport guarantees more precise supplies for our local distribution terminals. And the entire structure gives us a shorter path to the customer and lets us react swiftly to different needs. For some time now, we've been talking about just in time. Now we'd rather say just on time, rather often and right than quick and wrong. We're convinced that our efforts to ensure more secure deliveries and an improved environment are right. We hope you are too.